Hey everyone, welcome back to another Genshin Impact video. And let's talk a bit about Yelan, right? And obviously Yelan coming out very soon as the maintenance ends. I will be pulling for, so make sure you all tune in. Should be fun, right? All that stuff. So Yelan is fantastic, right? I mean, again, we don't know the exact details because she's not like out yet, but we know a decent amount of them, right? That they've at least talked about in the even from the special program, right? And so basically what Yelan kind of is like a team buffer slash Xingqiu alt user, sort of like Hydro, you know, off-field DPS, right? Which is very nice, because Xingqiu was very nice, right? You know, Xingqiu is one of the top units in the game, right? Arguably better than multiple 5 stars, right? For being just a 4-star, and it's mainly because of the fact that, again, his alt range swords are so incredibly powerful, right? Not only apply Hydro, they also do solid damage, and then reacting with different elements, whether it's Pyro or Freeze, obviously in different teams, or even Electro, running in a lot of different elemental reaction based teams, makes it that it amplifies the team's damage by a lot, right? So that's why, again, Xingqiu is one of the strongest, characters in the game. So Yelan is kind of like Xingqiu, right? As you can see on the screen right now, that is her ult. So it's kind of like Xingqiu, except instead of rain swords, it's like a brain dice thing, right? That she does, and then like it throws out these like big like attacks, right? Or multiple attacks from again off field wise. That's her E, which is mainly to do some damage and, get her, obviously, some energy particles, right? So her E should be, she goes like invisible, then you tag multiple opponents, and then more opponents you tag, more damage does, etc., whatever, right? And then it explodes after a short period of time, and then, like, or when your E thing is over, and then it does damage. And then, again, her ult is, again, it's basically Xingqiu's, right? It's basically Xingqiu's ult. It's very, it's there's not too much difference between them, right? So that being said, I guess a lot of people would wonder, well, what the heck? Why would I pull for her? I already have, most people already have Xingqiu, right? We got a free Xingqiu just very recently in one of the updates, right? So why the heck would I pull for Yelan? I already have Xingqiu. Well, a few reasons. First of all, if you are comparing C6 Xingqiu and C0 Yelan, again, obviously depends on the build, right? Heavily, and depends on the build team, all that stuff. But generally, Yelan does give you a bit more output. And look, it's not like the output is like a insane amount of difference, right? To really justify, well, I'm for the same unit, I'm gonna pull for another one, right? Because obviously, these characters are the stuff is expensive, right? Pulling it is expensive, but the thing is, I don't think it matters if you already have a Xingqiu or not, right? I don't think it matters if you have a C6 Xingqiu or no C6 Xingqiu, as long as you have units that could utilize her well enough, right? And there are many units in the game that could utilize her well enough. I feel like she's definitely an option, definitely a really good option to pull for. So the only like considerations against it is just, like, if you really just don't like Yelan for some reason, right? Then okay, sure, skip her, whatever, right? But otherwise, she's just very powerful because she kind of acts like a second Xingqiu, right? Well, maybe it should be Xingqiu acts as a second Yelan, but in that way, for those who already have Xingqiu, it's like you get a second Xingqiu, right? Which is very good, especially in places like Spiral Abyss where you need to run 2 different teams, right? Because like a lot of times, you have Xingqiu in one team, and then it's like, damn, I would really like to have Xingqiu on the other. Like, for example, if you're running like a Raiden National on one side, then you're running like I don't know, some like Ayaka Freeze comp on the other side, and then you're like, damn, I wish I had a second Xingqiu over there. So I wish I had 2 Xingqius so I could run them both, right? So in that case, there you go, you have 2. And it's not just Spiral Abyss, right? There's a lot of events where they have you use 2 different teams, right? For, like a lot of those combat events, usually it's 2 different teams or multiple characters, even like the duo ones, right? So again, just being a Hydro, just an off-field DPS is just incredibly powerful, and the Hydro damage just comes at point of, normal attacking or just attacking, right? Like, just very powerful. yeah, it's just even if you give her like no benefit of the doubt, right? Because again, we don't exactly, you know, don't know 100% what her stuff is until she releases in the game. Even if you take the worst case scenario, right? Okay, worst case scenario, she's slightly worse than Xingqiu. That's the worst case scenario. Even if you do still believe that, right? Again, a slightly worse Xingqiu is still one of the top units in the game. A slightly worse Xingqiu is still one of the top units in the game. Which again, I don't think she's a worse Xingqiu. I think she's much, well, I wouldn't say much better, but I think she's better than Xingqiu, right? And that's coming from a massive Xingqiu fan, right? but it, you know, it is what it is, right? And it's not just, you know, she does the Xingqiu all thing. She also does a lot of other things that she does really nice, right? I think if I remember correctly, one of her ascension talents, right, should be that she has you gain a passive where you buff your entire team's damage, right? Or the active character, whatever character you have on the team on the field right now, which is generally, you know, usually a DPS character, right? It buffs their damage, right? The longer the ult goes on, and I think you know, if it could potentially, you know, buff a maximum of like 50% more damage to your active character, that's a lot of damage. Like again, it's not just her own damage that you factor into, right? It's not just the reactions, not just the you know, her own damage, not just the Hydra application, right? It's also the extra damage buffs for your opponent. So it's kind of like a cross between like Xingqiu and like Bennett. Obviously, I don't think the buffs are probably not going to be as big as Bennett's, right? But like sort of like that, or Xingqiu Star, or whatever you want to, you know, just like an offensive buffer, right? You put those two into one unit, that's a hell of a unit. That's a hell of a unit, right? Incredible unit. So yeah, I don't know. I'm just saying all those being said, she should be a fantastic unit. Fantastic unit, right? So again, unless they just absolutely dumpster her once she goes live, right? Which again, the preload stuff's already, you know, in there. I highly doubt it's gonna, you know, be much different. Slash, you know, too bad. But anyways, yeah, that's it. I guess that's my argument for why you should probably still pull for Yelan, even if you know, you do have Xingqiu, which again most people do, but a second Xingqiu is just crazy, right? Again, you probably won't be running them on the same team too much. I mean, you can, but it's just like, again, you put one Xingqiu in like a freeze team, you put another Xingqiu into like a, you know, whatever Hu Tao like vape team or whatever, and like boom, you're banging both teams at the same time, right? So it's just a availability thing, and it's just very good, right? Again, if you say you're saving for, you know, whatever your favorite character, then okay, I understand that. But like outside of that, again, it's rare to get a 5-star character that is really as powerful as against some of the, you know, other best units in the game. So that's and again, Xingqiu's a proven powerful unit, right? So even if she's just as good as Xingqiu, it's still massively powerful. So anyways, that's me in this one, I guess. I hope y'all gentlemen guys think in the comments down below. Like, share this video, on our channel for some more Genshin Impact content. Again, I will be pulling for a live, and again, the most important thing about Yelan isn't her kit. Okay, it might be her kit, but I'm just saying. Anyways, have fun, folks. I'll see you guys in the next one.